Somebody asked me a question yesterday. I was pre-screening somebody for some coaching. She asked me, after everything that happened, why didn't you cheat back? A pretty fucking tough question. Thought about it. Because if I'm being honest, there were probably moments where I certainly could have. Not many people would have been upset with me. Certainly moments enough when I was hurt enough, angry enough, lonely enough. The part of human nature that absolutely wants revenge, especially men when you're hurting, and women. You want the other person to feel the pain that they inflicted on you. I just couldn't do it. Let me explain this carefully, because I'm not crapping on my ex-wife. I'm not attacking her or dragging anybody through the mud. It's not at all what I'm doing right here. This is about me and how much I effed up. This is about the kind of man I wanted to be, even while my life was falling apart. Because at the end of the day, I still had kids watching my every move, little kids. And I think I remember thinking something clear during that period of my life. This whole thing crashes and falls apart. I at least want to know I did not turn my back on my family. That mattered a whole bunch. Not because I was perfect. Certainly wasn't. All this was my fault. Most of it anyway. I've talked openly about my drinking, my ego, all of my mistakes. The ways I failed emotionally in my marriage. So this isn't me pretending that I was some innocent victim. I certainly wasn't. But cheating back, just for me personally, would have crossed the line that I just couldn't do. I couldn't live with it, because I kept imagining have to look my kids in the eye someday. Maybe they wouldn't know, especially the details, but I would know. I would know that I did more damage to all the other damage that I had already inflicted. I didn't want to become that version of myself. I was already screwed up enough. I think sometimes when people are hurting the way I was, you start making decisions to just numb the pain, to make the voices stop, to feel powerful again, to feel wanted again, to feel validated again. I understand that, I really do. But I also think that pain can push you into becoming someone you don't even recognize. I know it did me. It's easy to do. And deep down, and even in the middle of all that heartbreak, I still believed and do. Family matters. Commitment to me mattered. I still believe that if there was any chance of saving things, or even just surviving things with some dignity of my own, I needed to be able to look at myself honestly when it was all done. I didn't do perfect, but I was honest. One thing I wanted to always be able to say was this: even when the shit hit the fan, even when I was in pain, I didn't abandon my responsibilities as a father. Huge. That mattered more to me than revenge or anything else. That doesn't make me morally superior to anyone. That's not what I'm saying. It's not what this video is for. People do all kinds of crazy stuff when they're broken, and God knows I was. You make decisions out of emotion, make mistakes, Life is very complicated. I understand that more at 57 than I ever did when I was younger. But for me, I already had enough regret. A lifetime. I already had enough things that I wish that I had done differently in my marriage, full of regret. And I really didn't want to stack another lifelong regret on top of it, man. And honestly, I think there are a lot of men out there who need to hear this. Women too. Strength isn't always revenge. Sometimes strength is restraint. Sometimes strength is just saying, man, I'm hurt, but I'm not going to become the person that I hate. That's the hardest thing, one of the hardest things, especially when your ego is get cheated on, when your heart is shattered, especially when you're rejected and just thrown away. But that's when your character shows up in those tough moments. Not when life is easy, when life sucks and hurts. And looking back, I'm grateful that one part I handled correctly. Not because I won anything, but because I kept one promise to myself in the darkness and the alcoholism. Really the only thing during the separation, divorce, and afterwards that I did correctly. It's the only thing that I'm mildly proud of. And I get to feel that way for the rest of my life. And I knew it, even in all that bullshit I was going through. Feels okay. Not gonna willingly add more pain to my little kids if I could help it. Starting over ain't easy, Gen X. We're doing it. I'm also putting together a small accountability group along with the guys and girls that I coach. Mostly men trying to rebuild their lives, health, mindset, and relationships. If that sounds like something you might like to have some help with, message me. My contact information is in the bio. If you're starting over like me, type I'm in. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.